Oh, hello, I'm a singer and songwriter from Birmingham, United Kingdom, and I've created a project called King David. Why I've called it King David is because I feel like in life we have this adversary for many different reasons. In music, I feel like contemporary rock music is kind of an energetic music, which normally is seen quite negative. Rock, you're going to do all these things. But for me, it's something that's charismatic that can say also something that I passionately believe in, which is actually has a positive heart and brings something good, actually. Like storytelling, just like if you're watching a movie and the music is quite intense, the movie music takes you through the story and then shows you the ups and downs. In the music, that's kind of what I want to do. And as well, it's worth mentioning, of course, because it's called King David, it is fundamentally the theology, the ideas in the music are based in Christian thinking, which for me is something that I find to be empowering, something rather than try to persuade people be like me, it's something I'd like to share and leave it up to the listener to decide how they feel about that, if they want to be a part of that or if they think it's rubbish or whatever. The way that I want to do that is with the influences of music that I like, which vary in the progressive rock world, let's say, and use all the shades and all the musical intricacies to say different things about life, ups and downs, and things in the Bible which normally are associated with liturgy and with a very niche kind of music and literature. And then, so I'm doing something now that's taking, say, the sounds that you get from normally bands like Jimi Hendrix, Pink Floyd, Rush, Led Zeppelin, these sounds and dropping what they're doing on something completely different in an ideological way. On the journey to do that, it's actually just me being myself, because that's me actually musically, that's what's natural to me. But then the belief is also something I follow in the way I think and the way my values work. I think music for me isn't just entertainment. I think entertainment is so much, but then if you're going to such a length to make music, after a while I feel like you need to say something that has some positive implication. It's good when what you're saying also can have some integrity, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring together with a kind of a fusion, make a music project that would facilitate bigger space, because I like loud amplifiers, I like guitars, but then I like keyboard synthesizers, various rhythms, melodies, I like all of the different things you get in musical moments, but then I like to use that with some variation, which is why I say progressive rock. So how long has it taken for me to get this to where it is, and what brought me there? Pretty much my whole life, because my whole life I wanted to be in a group, a band, to do this very thing. And over the years as a musician, played the drums in a group for a while, and I started listening to all the other instruments. So I learned to play the bass guitar till I ended up learning to play pretty much all the instruments in the group. And then I became my own group, because I didn't find the group I was looking for in that way. I mean, I still had to play with people and different things. In the music I wanted to play, I ended up being in a place where I was going to make that music myself. In a way, it's only recently I've been able to do that. It's taken all those years to get to the place where that's been possible. And then I've had to learn how to be an artist, a solo artist. Yeah, so the thing I want listeners to feel from, say, the album or the collection of songs that I write, number one, I think I'd like them to feel the energy. I've really put a lot of work into it, and it's genuinely my passion to be there. What I say obviously is a part of that. It's a Christian inspired work, and my beliefs, and I believe from my interpretation of Christianity that it's something empowering, something that allows you to go from dark to light, true sense of being emancipated. First snapshot, I would like the listener to feel the heart behind me playing that music with all my heart and wanting to organize those sounds to bring some kind of life to the listener. So years ago, when I sort of discovered music and guitars and all this kind of thing, really inspired by various artists, and I was kind of following that. And then someone spoke to me while I was in the middle of all of this noise and all this performance. I saw something come to me and said, I want you to put my words in your music. God had said he wanted me to put his word in my music. And it made sense to me, because that was who I was as a person. Later on, I said to a friend, I'm going to write the Psalm 95. It says, Jimi Hendrix, what does that to do with Psalm 95? Quite rightly so in a way. And I thought, no, I made some chord arrangements and I put the psalm in the music. And that was just the beginning. It took me the rest of my life to figure out the rest, how I should do that, because naturally the psalms and the music I was listening to were a complete antithesis. They weren't going to mix in any natural way. And I had to go on a journey to find out how I could use the music I like as a dialect to say what I felt in my belief. My plan is the music that I write will get to a place where I could tour, play with other people, and we'll see what happens.